Just making myself look pretty. So I'm already warmed up and look kind of silly here, but you should too. So pause if not and jump rope, jog in place, do jumping jacks for 2 to 3 minutes to get your body ready to work. Today's routine is 3 different intermediate exercises. We work for a whopping 50 seconds and rest for only 15, so this is going to be intense. At the end of the video, if you hit replay, you'll have just over a 12-minute workout. Okay, let's start with super planks. Start on your knees and come up from your elbows to your hands and back down. Try to alternate your pushing arm like I'm doing here. It's not easy to keep this up for 50 seconds, but you're going to do it. In both directions, we are working both the front of the shoulders and the triceps to tone those arms for those skimpy summer tops. It's true, it works. Keep your stomach pulled in, and as you come up and down onto your elbows, try not to sway your hips too much. Keep the movement quiet. You'll need your abs to do this, and you'll feel it. I know 12 minutes in the end doesn't sound like much, but remember that you don't have to work out for hours to get results. It's all about difficulty and volume. So this exercise, while it may not look so hard, if you do this for 50 seconds, you're going to feel it on your abs, you're going to feel it in your back, you're going to feel it in the front of your shoulders and your triceps. It's a good one. Okay, done. On to barbell squat presses. We have a few seconds here to prepare, so let's get into position. I'm using a W bar, but you can also use a straight barbell. Let's go. Hold the bar at your collarbone with its weight in the center of your palms. Spread your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart and sink into your hips as you squat. This move requires good form to be effective. What does good form mean? Your chest is up, a natural curve in your spine, feet are planted on the floor, and your knees are going out over your toes. If your knees start to drift in, think about really pressing them out from the sides of your hips and don't go quite as low. Nice. You've got this, more than halfway through. When you press the bar up, avoid puffing out your chest and extending your back. If you need to use a lighter weight, switch to 2 dumbbells. You should be feeling this in the front of your thighs as you lift your body up. Not much longer now. You can do it. Stay with me. Stick with it. Just a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. 15 seconds rest, and then it's on to overhead abs. Take a quick sip of water if you need it. Move to your mat. Okay. Overhead abs are basically an old-fashioned sit-up made tougher by a 3-kilogram medicine ball. You're working your upper rectus abdominis, serratus anterior, and the chest muscles when you squeeze the ball between your hands. The key is to keep your arms straight and try not to let your feet get away from you. At the top, pull in with your abs and straighten your back as you keep the ball nice and high. Try your best to control your way down. Don't let your arms fly back behind your head. Think about someone pulling you up from the floor by the ball. Don't let your feet drift out. If you don't have a medicine ball, you can use a light weight plate or a dumbbell, a slam ball, or a Pilates ring. Stick with it. You can do it. We're almost done. Remember, squeeze your way up, 1 vertebrae at a time if you can, and also on the way back down. Control the movement. Nice and slow. We're finished. Okay, getting ready for round 2. Going back on our knees for super planks. 50 seconds, up and down on our elbows and our hands. When we work harder and take less rest, it means that we burn more calories both during the workout and after. It also keeps our heart rate elevated, so you get a cardio workout too. Remember, with each exercise, you really want to challenge yourself. Keep your form, use an appropriate weight, and stick with it for the full 50 seconds. If you see if I've gone up on my toes, this is a more advanced version. It makes it a lot harder. You want to try to keep very little movement in your hips and your back. Keep your torso quiet if you can as you come up and down. That's where you really get the core effort in there, to keep your movement to a minimum. So really all you're seeing is your arms going up and down, your back is straight, your butt is not puffing up into the air. Stick with it. All done. Okay, let's get into position for barbell squats. Barbell's at our collarbone, and down we go. Sink into those hips, push the barbell up to the ceiling. Sink into those hips and push it up. You're going to feel this now working the front of your thighs. The quadriceps are really getting a workout. If you have the strength, you can add a weight plate onto either end of this bar. I like to use barbells because the weight is very flexible. You can add weight, you can remove weight. This barbell by itself weighs 15 kilograms, so we're already talking about more than 30 pounds, and that's plenty for me if I'm doing a 50-second HIIT routine because I don't need to add any weight to that, and I'm working plenty hard. Remember, don't let your knees drift in. Keep your knees out over your toes. Squeeze the sides of your hips to make sure they stay aligned. Don't puff your chest out as you press that bar up. We're almost done. You're doing great. We're almost there. Breathe. Exhale as you lift that bar up. And we're on to the next one. Get into position with your ball. You don't have to have a ball. You can also use the dumbbell like we said before. Keep your arms straight. Lift to the ceiling. Try to straighten your back as much as you can. Get up nice and high. Notice how controlled the movement is. You've got this. Keep going. If you want a challenge, toss that ball in the air. This definitely adds a little bit of an extra resistance to your abs. You can also tuck your knees in, doing a rowboat with a ball chuck. We call this chuck and tuck. It's a great move, a lot more challenging. You can throw a few of these in there and then go back to doing the overhead abs. Finish off the set nice and strong. A few more seconds to go, and you're done. Okay, guys, hit replay, do it 2 more times.